get a little compassion and sympathy from y'all.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The South's commercial bill flamethrower. Bossman in the BAM. WBOSS Bossman Radio.
Live from Studio C, two guys who ask, wonder what they're doing in T-Town right now. Not this. It's South Alabama's #1 podcast, Drive Time with DJ and KJ.
Good Tuesday morning, and welcome to Drive Time, brought to you by Jim Peach Motors and Pete Chevrolet. New kickoff time, 7-ish. Welcome one, welcome all. Good morning, Hot Rod. Good morning, Mary Blair. Kathy Mackin. Good morning, Kathy. Miss Kirsten, Miss Gail. Good morning. Raj and also Carmen Rose, Trevor Youngblood. Good morning, Trevor. Good morning, Miss Carol Glidden, Stan Whitehead, Becky Whitfield, Rhett Joyner, Susan Prime, Teresa Tanner, Stephanie Pugh. There's Margaret. Good morning, Margaret. Nick Green, Stephanie Manasco. Good morning, Stephanie. Shelley Riley, and Jesse James. Good morning. Good morning, Kenwood.
Good morning. Good morning. How about
and Kinsley.
How about Chef Adams? Good morning, Jesse and Kinsley this morning, and good morning, everyone. And how about Chef Adams' new voiceover there?
I like it.
Was that
I like it.
Was that pretty good?
Yeah.
I thought he did a good job on that.
Good morning, Mallory. Good morning, Booker. And good morning, Martha Simmons. I like the new kickoff time. I like 7-ish. I think it's going to work.
Yeah. Yeah. Hayes wants to know if we getting in trouble for starting work so late. I don't think so.
Hey, summer's here, man.
Yeah.
No more school bus runs.
Morning from Texas there, Darren Joyner. Wanda Green, good morning. Tracy Miller, Denise Finley. I saw Tracy Steele in there too, I thought.
Yeah, she's in.
She is. Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yeah, new time was we're gonna get closer to 7. I mean, it was 7-ish. I mean,
right on time.
We right on time far as that goes. So speaking of a ish, how was your stormy weekend, DJ?
Well, I guess Alberto-ish rolled in a little bit last night, enough to get the grass wet anyway.
I mean, how like I think you mentioned it a while ago. I wonder how ill the coast is about the tourism dollars they missed out on this weekend because of false reporting.
Well, you know, I see Elisa Harding this morning. Good morning, Elisa. Miss Janie
Lisa.
Also. And the Dave Matthews Band concert got canceled at the Wharf, and it would have been a great night for a concert, I believe.
Man.
I mean, a fantastic night.
It would have been great.
You know, you try to put the information out there as you have it, and you want to create awareness and try to encourage everybody to be safe. But, yeah, they missed a little bit on this one, I think.
Well, listen.
I saw the sandbags. Did you see the sandbags in front of Willie's?
I did. I mean, I remember last week people were asking us, are y'all in the flood zone? Remember? I mean, it's supposed to be all this and all that. And I'm telling you, like, to me, Celeste Frank, good morning. She can watch without coworkers bothering her now.
There you go.
There you go. That's right. Good morning, Dylan Bush.
Sandbags. His dad, Whitney's had a birthday today.
Happy birthday, Whitney. That's right.
Whitney's a good man.
Yeah, I think you said that. I think you said that earlier. Let's see. Well, that ain't wanting to work. Let's try that again.
Happy birthday!
There it is. Yeah, a lot of mad folks. I guarantee there's a lot of mad folks. I mean, we sit around waiting on it. I can tell you right now, you're talking missing out on tourism dollars. I can tell you a few they missed out on. And that came from me and my fam, because we certainly didn't make it down.
Kept waiting.
Yeah, I said, okay, it'll come through Saturday and we'll move on and, go on. And then no.
Yeah, the
big game tournament canceled. Oh, it's Carl Williams' birthday today as well. Happy birthday, Carl.
Happy birthday, Carl.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only profession. I've said this before. Jerry Wilson, good morning to you. And DJ may already hit you, but I'm just trying to recap
I think I missed
here.
Gary. Good morning, Renee.
Renee, good morning, Renee. I've said this before. That's the only profession that you have to be right basically never. I mean, and you can still keep a job. I mean, think about it. John Ed Thompson was on channel, 10, I think it was, for a long time. And I guarantee you, if you went back over the years and looked, he got it wrong more than he got it right.
It seems that way sometimes.
No, I mean, I'm not dogging a meteorologist. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that that's a pretty good profession to be in.
A lot of different models out there.
Yeah. you can always point at the green screen and say, well, this model had it pushing over this way a little further, and this one had it pushed over this way, and, golly, look at that.
Look at red, man.
300-ish condo units, furniture inside, and have to now put it back out. That is not good.
Well, happy Tuesday.
Yeah. Good morning, Elizabeth Mitchell. Mark Miller. Mark the Shark. Good morning. Yeah, so I'm going to tell you something, Retro. I would be a little ill about having to move 300 condo units worth of furniture today.
Just try to get 150 done before lunch, and then it gets easy on the backside.
But listen, make sure that the rain and the storm is blowing through now.
Oh yeah,
has it? I mean,
I don't know. Sandbags are still out at Willie's. I'm going to proceed with caution.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. How about
yes,
that?
sir. Weeze, 7 a.m. tomorrow is great.
Tomorrow just became a can't miss show.
That's right.
Can't miss tomorrow.
That's right.
Dan Thomas in the studio.
Connie B, we will rebuild. That's good. Yeah. I'll tell you what, man, when you start putting sandbags up in front of Willie's, Willie's serious, isn't it? I mean, it just got real.
I came down through this morning, did a double take. I said, what? What?
I mean, that's good.
And I like that there was 4.
Winning.
Man. Oh, yeah. Well,
morning, Kathy.
Good morning, Kathy Tolan. Yeah. James Milstead, take shorts, umbrella, and a sweater. You're covered.
That's it. You never know.
But what's so crazy is, and it's not just here. Look at that. Hayes wants to wish Mel B of the Spice Girls a happy birthday today. Morning, Padge. Well, there's your celebrity birthday for today. Right there. Good morning. Speaking of celebrities, there's one right there. Clobber and Rob. Good morning, Clobber and Rob. Morning, Robert. Another celebrity. Sherry Weaver. OG. Good morning. Mel B. That's pretty good. B. She's on, what is it? Britain's Got Talent, I think, and or America's Got Talent. That show, it's kind of like American Idol, but it's not. Right. It's kind of a different form or format or however you want to call it, but she's on that show. Morning, Jessica. Good morning, Daddy. Yeah. From Father Ted. Good morning, Father Ted. So I tell you what, they got a pretty good view down there from some pictures I've seen on Facebook. Yeah. Got a pretty good view down there. Mm-hmm. The happy place. Good morning, Cindy. Good morning, Cindy Fleming. Good to see you this morning. I was glad to see Cindy's comment last night when she said, now maybe she could watch us. Yeah. I think this is going to work. Good morning, Lori. There's Lori. Good morning, Lori. I think this is going to be a good time slot. Tim Wiggins, good morning to you. Yeah, I like it. Now, if we just crank it up at 7 o'clock, we'll be, and we'll be good to go until the first day of school next year. Yeah. First day of school, people, I'm telling you, we're right back to. Right back. We're right back to, I guess we could get Eddie to come, get the, I would feel pretty safe about this, the 15-passenger van, and load them up and take them to school. I've ridden with Eddie a couple of times, and I don't know if I want kids. That's why I said the 15-passenger van. I wouldn't put them in anything smaller than that. Man. Yes, you are correct. Yeah. For those of y'all that never rode with Eddie Bernard, I've never been in a wreck, but there's been a lot of near misses. Well, that's saying something, okay? I love Jerry Wilson. They're trying to say the new restaurant's coming to Old Willie's.
Those 4 sandbags can do their part.
Well, listen, that thing's been coming to Old Willie's for 2 years now. Becky Kane, Peterson. Becky, good morning to you. Tara Tanner, yeah, we love it too. DJ gets up this early every morning, Hayes.
I'm always up, Hayes.
Yeah.
Always up. Of course, when you go to bed at 7:30, you can get up.
Right. I went to bed at 2:15 this morning. Yeah. So, is Dan bringing his rabbit?
I don't know. We're going to talk about a monkey.
I don't know.
There's no telling.
I can tell you what he's not doing, Mayor, is he's not getting on the grill.
I hope he brings some cheese toast.
He can bring that, but he ain't getting on the grill.
He makes great cheese toast.
He does, but he is not getting on the grill. Okay. Good morning, Monasco, Chef Adam. How about again? How about that voiceover?
I had not heard that one yet. That was good.
That was
really
a new
good
one.
Yeah.
That was just done yesterday.
Okay. Yeah.
For the new time slot.
Really good.
Got another intro as well. Got a couple outros. Still working on a couple more. And as you notice, I did get the bass turned down a lot more on this one because it about blew every time we play the old one. It about blow the thing.
It was good.
Miss Carol said she can do a wake up call. Well, let me tell you something. When my phone went off this morning, I thought I was having a bad dream. All I could hear was So, but,
like many other people in the area, I'm now a parent of a proud high school graduate. A proud parent of a high school graduate, should I say?
I was going to ask, how'd that go?
I thought it went well. It was, we had a little dialogue over last week.
That's why I was kind of curious about that.
And I thought it was fine. They certainly asked for applause to be withheld until the end. That was not necessarily the case, but nobody's moment was infringed upon. I thought it was fine. There'll be some others that may have a different opinion from that, but I thought it was fine.
So nothing that was
I didn't think so.
that you would have considered that would have been disrespectful, which was what kind of we were talking about last week.
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
With just the fact of just being respectful of others around you.
Ron Snell did an unbelievable job delivering the keynote speech, and then of course they had co-valedictorians were speaking of the T.R. Miller graduation. That's the one that I was at Friday. Of course, Wilmington graduated on Thursday, W.S. Neal on Tuesday. Hillcrest is this week, I believe.
They did have. Now, we talked about the co-valedictorian thing.
Mm-hmm. They both did a good job.
That happened with my grade.
Okay.
I say, well.
You and who?
No, well, I don't think I was in the top. I'm not going to say where. No, I will. I don't think I was in the top half. Okay. So let's forget about that. I'm saying, I don't know if they were.
Good morning, Miss James.
I don't think they were tired. Good morning, Mother. I don't think they were tired. I mean, tied. I think they were. I think they're at the very. I think we talked about at the very end. Either I can't remember. Davis gave it. I think Davis said John Mayo actually had won on some last testing that didn't get counted, and so he relinquished it to John Mayo. But both of those guys extremely smart guys and have done very well for themselves. And but no, anyway, I'll tell you one, and I will say this: I don't know Ron Snell that well, but now I will say that I have been impressed the times that I've been to the school, to T.R. Miller High School, in the morning. I can't say I've been there, but just one or two mornings early when kids were coming in, or the afternoons when kids were. He's always been standing out in front of the what we call the old office, and either greeting or talking and that kind of thing. And I think that's kind of a good thing for someone to do in that position, to let those kids know. Another one who did that was Coach Cotton.
Yeah.
Coach Cotton did that. I think Coach Roch did that a lot. Now, I wasn't in school with Coach Roch as a principal. I was when he was a coach, but I know Coach Cotton did, and it made all the difference in the world, especially when you have to be standing there with Dale T.
Oh, yeah.
You knew that day was going to be one of those days everybody had to be on the P's and Q's. So, knows every student's name. I don't doubt that. The guy, I've been impressed with the guy, seriously.
Well, it's been an exciting time for all our areas graduates. Like I said, Hillcrest is going to graduate this week, I think. And maybe, I think J.U. Blackshear may have graduated this past weekend also.
I want to say
they're all getting it done.
I want to say this real quick too. How about what the church did from Matt Hutchins and his graduation?
That was nice.
That was I
think Grayson Peters may have spearheaded that effort a little bit on behalf of Zion Hill.
I think that was a fantastic thing to do and much deserving. Good morning, Tammy Tuberville. Mark Miller, small curve in 92. Well, yeah, there's Jerry and Ashley Morris in this morning. Kelly Burton Webb. Yeah, love his on stage Snelfie at graduation. Snelfie, is that what he calls them? That's crazy.
Snelfie, yeah, it was
Snelfie.
great.
Hugh White did that at Pollard. Yeah, hey, I'm gonna tell you, I think that anytime you're in that position, standing out there greeting or talking or just being involved with the kids, I think that goes a long way with those kids as far as earning and gaining their respect.
Yeah,
I do. I think when when people know and see each other, that's a different deal. JU graduated on the 18th.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Okay.
On the 18th. So JUB's done also. So everybody's getting it done.
I'll tell you what, speaking of those guys, I was much impressed when we did Batter Up at David's Catfish that night.
Oh, yeah.
I was impressed with those kids from JU Blackshear.
Yeah, they're good folks over there. And, of course, our coach, Coach Mixon. They made a good run in the playoffs this year.
They did.
Got beat by GW Long, I believe, and GW Long ended up being the state champion. So JUB was right there with them. But, yeah, I've known those kids for a long time, competed against them with my son's age group over the years, and good folks over in Uriah, Alabama.
So the question with, of course, Stokes and Steely graduating, same class.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was a lot of family strolling down memory lane and that kind of thing that went on over the weekend. How much eating did y'all do?
Well, there was a lot of opportunity to eat. I mean, there was a ton of opportunity.
I just didn't know with this storm it was going to be coming wiping us out.
There was a ton of opportunity, and I was just emotionally, I wasn't there where I could handle the eating part of it. So I did not partake in it. As surprising as that may sound,
I'm gonna tell you something. Then you had to be an emotional wreck.
I'm gonna tell you, it really was. I mean,
give us a rundown of what was on the menu.
Well, there was shrimp and grits.
Okay, stop right there.
Yeah.
You were a complete emotional wreck.
Yeah.
I don't have to hear anything else.
Went to Margaret Ann's and they had prime rib. They had
you couldn't have none of it.
None of it.
Are you serious?
Couldn't. I just couldn't. Now I was looking for it after the fact. About an hour after graduation, the spread had been put up everywhere, so I was
missed out.
Yeah, I missed out. You get it when it's out when it's served, or you miss out. So I missed out. But yeah, it was a lot of opportunity.
But it seemed like a good time.
It was. I'm gonna tell you, everybody has their experience, and you're getting your pictures or whatnot. And I was sitting there, and the graduates had made their way to the stage. When I was coming through many years ago, we sat out in general population, and then one row at a time would go up and get your diploma. Now the graduates sit on the stage.
Well, we did the same thing as you did.
Okay, well, they're on the stage.
Okay.
And when they'd all gotten up there, when Stokes' row had gotten up there, we were sitting out, and I was probably on about the, I want to say maybe the 15th row from the front, kind of towards the front for sure. And
this was at JD as well,
JD,
right?
yes,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And of course, seeing him up there, my lips started quivering just a little bit. And about that time, he made contact with his mother and I, and he just kind of smiled at us, and we got to smile back at him. And that was that was a nice moment, and that kind of got me over the top.
Yeah.
At that point, I said, okay, I'm going to make it. I can do this. But that was the three of us there kind of looking at each other, non-verbally acknowledging that this is a good thing.
Yeah.
And everything's going to be all right. That was big.
Chef Adam said he and Larry are headed to do catering this morning, loving the new time.
Yes.
We loving that too.
I'm
and if you want to
too.
drop some of that catering off by here, y'all feel free to. Chef Adam and Larry, we'll partake of it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, DJ's trying to get ready for that Rib 09 as it is.
Miss Glidden makes a great point there. Sedation will be in order when Kinsley's time comes.
Well, I'm going to tell you something.
Try to stop it if you can.
Yeah. And that's a good point, Darren. I think one of the reasons we all never sat on the stage, I don't know that any of our classes could have sat on that stage due to the size.
Yes, none of y'all's could have. We actually had, for the time period, we had an unusually small class.
Okay.
We had like 90 maybe.
Okay.
All of y'all were like 110, 120, maybe 130.
Yeah, I think we had like 130.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure we couldn't have Raj Kodak moment. Do they still make Kodak? You know those things you press an old picture shot out the thing. Do they still make? I'm sure they do. Yeah, you sit over and shake it. That thing exposed for you. I'm sure they still make those things.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't. People are into this old school stuff now.
Oh yeah.
Have you been on eBay? And I ain't trying to change the subject, but talking about old school. I was on eBay last night. Have you looked to see what some of this like Star Wars, these original Star Wars movie figures and all this stuff? Man, it's crazy. I mean, just nuts. So, Teddy Ruxpins, you remember those? But anyhow, so I think that's nice that they do sit on stage though, where they can actually look out and see.
Yeah. It was nice.
You think about it, we were all sitting in the road, looking at the stage. You can't see anybody behind you.
Mm-mm.
You don't know that the place is full. Was it? I'm sure it was full.
It was full. Yeah, it was to capacity.
Is it still? And I haven't been several years, so I'm asking, but is it still hard to get a ticket?
Yes. Each graduate, obviously gets a book of tickets or whatever the case may be. But there were several people inquiring on Facebook the day of, and of course the week leading up to, asking for extra tickets. I actually had a couple that I was able to give to Trentez Johnson. They needed one or two, and we had a couple left over to give them. But yeah, getting tickets is sometimes dicey.
Good morning there, T-Bone from Pompano Beach, Florida. Saw T-Bone had a nice weekend. Looked like he's been with the fam.
SeaWorld.
Yeah, big time down there.
Did you see him in the pool?
I didn't. I must have missed that.
Well, he said it was Shamu, but.
So he sprayed a little water on some folks.
He came up on the deck. They fed him some sardines.
Did he roll up like a bale of hay?
They started rubbing his belly, and he was done, man. He was done. He was done.
Oh, man.
Scratching the underside, and he was done.
Kelly Madden says she saw on Facebook where some people got Polaroid cameras for Christmas. Well, that's awesome. Kane Dickey said they had $128 in his class. That is good. How about, Jessica was telling me that. So Neil, they had the one gym they had people in.
Yeah.
And then they put I guess people that couldn't get in the main gym, they put in the other gym. They have two gyms at Neil High School, and they put a live feed in that gym where people could see and hear what was going on in the main gym.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
I don't know. Here's my thing. And we've said this for 4 years now. I don't know why somebody wouldn't call some company and say, why don't y'all come live stream this thing for us?
How many aluminum chairs you got? Got to put the antenna somewhere.
I mean, and you didn't believe that, man. That's the bad thing about that is you did not believe me when I come and told you that.
I did not. I did.
You believed it when you walked up there, didn't you?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
One way to do it. It's all about configuration.
I tell you this. I've had several antennas, and I've never laid them in an aluminum chair. And you know the size antenna I've got up on top of a tower behind my house.
Yeah.
Okay. That thing never laid in an aluminum chair.
I'm shocked. Did you ever install correct?
But I tell you what, I'm willing to try it.
Yeah.
See if it'll work. I wouldn't want to touch it. Just because that thing is, kind of crazy. But
well, you think about family members and friends.
Flumpton did that as well. Flumpton, they live streamed to the library. I'm saying live streaming it to the world.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's great to live stream it to other parts of the campus. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I think it ought to be live streamed out to the world.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, because think of the people that can't get tickets. Think of the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, the family members, military members, whatever, that can't get back here to see it.
Yeah, sure.
And this is not a commercial for Bossman Productions. I don't want people to think that's what we're trying to sit here and say. I mean, we make fun of that, but good morning, Susie Bush. But we're not being, we'd love to help you if you need it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean,
Winning.
But I'm just saying, I think that should be done, period. I just do. I think it would be great to have that done. It would be great for family members and extended family members all over the world.
Sure.
You know, I mean, I'll go back to the Battle of Murder Creek. Okay. And I think that is probably a great litmus test of just how many people in all different places there are that still are attached to our community.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, 26 countries, you know, all 50 states now. I guess there's still just 50. Is there 51 now?
I thought there was 47.
Okay. Well, I think it's 50.
Okay. Sounds good.
All 50 states. And, you know, and think about that. We're talking about a 3A and a 4A high school football team in South Alabama playing football, and that thing was watched all over the world.
All over
live
the world. Yeah.
at the same time now, all over the world.
All over the world.
So, you know, look at that Bossman A-Team van. Well, I mean, the shoe fits.
You don't know how close you are, Hayes.
Yeah.
Watch it, sucker.
Who told you about that trailer?
Hazel has eyes down to Dirty 30.
He must. A-Team. That's good. Put that on the side of it. The A-Team. We're going to have a B-Team. Hey,
good Lord.
Lord have mercy. We need to get that cam set back up, don't we?
Got to have the cam set back up.
The crackhead cam. We got to name it that too.
Sure.
I'm actually working on that. One thing we got to do is we got to move this here in the middle. You know, this thing ain't in the middle. You know, I put this up down here one night by myself, and so you can tell it was done without any forethought.
Looks good to me.
Yeah, but it's not in the middle. And second, I got to put a black thing up, backdrop. And I bought us a Sharpie for people to sign it.
Yeah.
I just didn't bring it. So, but I do have one.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting closer to making that happen. But I do believe, I still think that it should be matching sweatsuits. We'll be like Run DMC, matching Kangos.
Yes, sir.
Some Adidas shoes.
Medium for me.
Adidas what do you call them? Sweatsuit or top, and then jogging pants.
Jogging pants.
Yeah, the white stripes down the side.
Yep.
I love those pants. My wife hates them. She can't stand them. I love them. I wear them all the time. She can't stand. Oh, they are. Why would you want to wear anything else? Oh, I didn't know you had 10,000 of them. Well, I bought one. Yeah. Got to get it together. Well, we've actually got it together. Anyone reckon that thing's a little loud?
I'm waiting to see if he's going to get splattered.
Yeah. I'm going to tell y'all need to see what goes on outside this studio over here. It is crazy. But anyway, yeah, I think that we ought to, all graduations ought to be that way. You know, some places do that. Some schools do that. And I've seen this, but they do it on a pay-per-view thing, and people have to pay to see it.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's cheap. It's like $4 or $5 to watch it. It's not like it's $30 or $40.
Right.
But I mean, I guess it's a way for them to pay for the people that come in there and do the streaming or whatever. But I mean, it's still not a bad idea if especially if you got a big enough school that people think about. Hoover. We was talking about Hoover the other day.
Yeah.
You know, with Coach Johnson. 3,000 kids.
3,000 kids.
They'd have to separate that graduation into like 2 waves, wouldn't they? I mean, how many would be in the graduating class?
I couldn't fathom being on a campus in a high school setting. It's one thing if you go off to college, obviously, but in a high school setting, I couldn't imagine.
Well, that wouldn't be that could not feel like a high school.
I mean, second lunch, you get a little crowded.
You think? I mean,
1,500.
When people bailed out to go get in the cars and run over to Bracken's.
I tell you, who would have loved it? Would have been Jax. Would have loved it.
Man, they'd still be here today.
They'd still be here today.
Why did they leave?
I don't know. I love Jax.
Man, you know they still have those. Like in Columbus, Georgia.
There's one in Selma.
They have Jax in Columbus.
There's a Jax in Selma.
And I'm gonna tell you something. We wheeled in there. I think I wheeled in there one day and ate, and I was like, this is just as good as I remember it was.
Yeah.
You know, so Atmore moved their graduation inside this year and did 2 waves. How about that? How about that right there? Danny Smith said Adam Fannin used to work for a funeral home that streamed the visitation for those who couldn't attend. I'm going to be honest with you. We'd be out on something like that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't. I can't subscribe to nothing like that right there. No.
That's getting into that whole fooling with stuff you don't need to fool with kind of deal. And look at that. Miss Carol said she graduated. They had so many people they graduated in the football stadium.
Wow.
Has Miller done that before?
I'm not aware of it if they have.
I don't know. I don't think they ever did back in the 60s or the 70s. I mean, it's always, to my knowledge,
in the 70s, they were in the junior college.
It's always been done at the junior college. Let me ask you this. Do they still do it there because the auditorium's that much bigger than Miller's?
You know, it's funny because I was looking at that. We did class night and bachelorette there on campus at Miller in the auditorium. And, yeah, the seating capacity is quite different.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Yes. I would say that the junior college might even have double.
Oh, really? I didn't realize it was that big a difference.
Yeah.
So they do need the room then. Yeah. Chevy Ann, her class couldn't even do the wave. More like a ripple. Troy University, largest graduating class ever, wouldn't do a second ceremony. So 400 plus was pushed to July ceremony. Wow.
Dang.
That's rough.
Yeah, that I would be an angry parent as well.
Yeah, that's rough.
Wow.
That is I'd be ill about that as well. Especially July. I mean, like, you know, there's a lot going on in the middle of the summer.
You know, speaking of graduation, of course, my collegiate career was pretty colorful to say the least. I have a reoccurring nightmare. It's probably every 6 or 7 months that as I'm going through my final credit check, it's not matching up and they're yanking me out of the commencement exercises.
And that's
all
not
the
good.
time. And that's going on for 30 years.
Can I tell you what recurring nightmare I have?
Have it all the time.
And I'm serious. I have it about once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks. I will wake up. I don't go to bed sometimes 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, but I'll be asleep for about an hour, and I will literally jump up out of the bed. I don't know why. Maybe I'm scarred from it or something, and thinking that I'm late for formation. And if you were late for formation, you had to run around the company as they were running that morning.
Right.
You had to run around them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll wake up in a cold sweat worrying about that.
No, sir.
Yeah. That wasn't any fun at all. I don't like stuff like that anyway.
Mm-mm.
I will say this, though. I stumbled on this podcast last night that was talking about, and what made me think about it was Clobbering Rob. We was talking about that stuff the other night on Clobbering Time, and I made it real clear. I knew you'd know what I was talking about, Hot Rod. I made it real clear that I don't want anything to do with any of that kind of stuff. I come across this podcast, and it was a guy talking about, it was a professor at a college in Arkansas. I'm not sure which one. He's talking about they'd bought this Victorian home and this beautiful, 8,000 square foot home in this town, whatever, and all this stuff. And that it literally was haunted. And now this guy's got 2 PhDs, and it's not like this guy's an idiot. Okay. Right. And he said that he would pass his son downstairs, and he'd say something to him, and his son would say, well, I'm just getting something to eat or whatever. So he'd go upstairs, and there his son would be in his bedroom watching TV. And he'd say, how'd you get up here so fast? I just saw you down. He said, I hadn't been downstairs. He said, this went on, and they still live in this house.
Nope.
That's what I said.
Nope.
Negative. Playing Boo-Ray.
That'd be more of a nightmare.
I'll tell you what, I have a nightmare of, Hazel, that involves you. And I have a recurring nightmare of looking up around this big round table over there at a house behind the church with all that green stuff growing all over it on Belleville Avenue. And there's Hazel sitting over there around this big round table wasn't Boo-Ray there. It was poker, spade, something like that. And Hayes jumping up and said, "The law is at the front door."
That doesn't sound good.
No, it wasn't good. Wasn't good at all. They weren't there to talk to anybody, but Dippin or Annan, one of them, I can't remember, it had a wreck, and the other one was there, so they was looking for him to come help them. So, anyway, Boo-Ray. Did y'all do that?
We played a little Boo-Ray, yeah. Played
You a Boo-Ray fan?
Yeah. I like it.
Do you?
Yeah.
I never much
dangerous.
Yeah,
dangerous game.
Right. I never was. I ain't very good at it.
Do you know who brought that game, as far as I know, to this area?
Who did?
Dan Ewing.
Really?
Little Dan. Yep.
Little Dan or Big Dan?
Little Dan. First time I played it was with Little Dan. He taught us the hard way how to play.
Wow. Oh, Kay, I've heard about that house. JoJo has actually told me about that house. I've actually heard, Jimmy Lee and William Carroll used to live in that house. And they said the same thing. Y'all built that house. What do you think? How do you think that happens? That's just crazy, that something like that goes on. I don't know how that happens. Especially if you if it's something new that you just built,
the spirits want in, they're getting in.
Yeah, but what are they bringing? Somebody brought them there?
I don't know how they travel. I'm not.
Good morning, Christina Jones. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Somebody just like load them up and they just all showed up at the same time, or how does that happen?
Are we gonna broadcast any football games this year? I'm jumping around topics. I was just curious. I was sitting there thinking about it.
Well, I know a few we're going to.
Okay.
We've not got the schedule all laid out and like it's supposed to be just yet, as far as everybody on it. But yeah, I would think we're going to do some of that. Oh, they built it on the old home site of her great grandfather. I got you. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But yes,
well, that's a guarantee then if you build it on. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can expect it to be on it.
Yeah.
At that point.
Yeah. I saw Poltergeist.
Yeah, no shock factor there.
Yeah. Yeah, you build something on top of a cemetery, and I'm telling you right now what's going to happen. Indian burial mound, anything of the sort. But yes, we are going to do football games. I don't know which ones. Do you have any idea? I know. I feel pretty good. We just hadn't cemented. We hadn't cemented anything as far as contracts and that type of thing yet. But we're in the process of working on it. I know we're supposed to meet with a school this week and see about what's going on with that, and kind of go from there.
Okay.
So,
morning, Reed.
He said he saw ghosts with Kevin Maxwell, Kirkland Bridge. Worst thing you ever seen. I saw that white light float across that bridge. Did you ever see it?
No.
Oh, that's a fact. That is a fact. There was a light that would float across the Kirkland Creek. Kirkland, it's Murder Creek. But
every night?
I don't know about every night, but I know if you went out there enough, you'd see it.
Okay.
Tim Ward, it was Kay's darn clown she had. I don't like clowns either, Tim. I'm going to tell you right now. Good morning, Reed Joyner. Glad to see you this morning. Retro's already been here telling us about those 300 condo units he had to move and got to move back. Wow. Naomi Lindsay said her house is buried or built on the Fort Crawford burial ground. Dash Bash World Series of Poker Tournament. How about that? I could do that.
Look at that.
What's that?
T-Bone says he and Hanky saw a UFO.
Christina Jones said her aunt's house in Robertsdale is haunted, built on top of an Indian burial ground, we later found out. Oh, man.
Good morning, Sarge.
Morning, Sarge. I don't doubt that Hanky and T-Bone saw a UFO. You sure his name wasn't Ricky Thomas? Alan Cook.
Wait a minute. Now, what is this?
What is this?
There was a headless dog ghost in Lennox. Turned out it was a white dog with a black head. Okay.
Wow. Good morning, Angela Capers.
How about that? The Warriors and the Cavs going to do it again, just the way the NBA wanted it.
Yep, just the way they wanted it.
Shocked.
Shocker.
I'm shocked.
I'll tell you this. Jessica she reminded me, we were coming back from Pensacola Beach one night on the beach road, from Pensacola to Navarre.
Mm-hmm.
And we had not had a drink. Sober as a judge.
Uh-oh.
Old crackhead
Got to
Cam.
get that camera.
We got to get that camera going. So we're driving down the beach road, man, and all of a sudden, like, we see this. When I say light, I mean a bright light come up, like, off the water and hovered. And then when I tell you shot off like a rocket, it did that. We stopped. And then we looked up and there's a truck sitting on the side of the road. So we pulled up. We could see there were people, two guys sitting inside of it. We pulled up, let the window down, and it was some of these military types. And they let the window down. I was like, hey, man, did y'all just see that? He said, see what?
See what?
I said, there ain't no way y'all didn't just see what we just, what we saw. Y'all have a nice night. Move on. Well, we did what he said. So, but that happened. I mean, we saw that for sure. Elisa, ooh. Mom and I saw several different moms, daughters, and flums and saw what appeared to be a ghost once back in the 80s. You need to come one day and tell us about that. Oh, yes, you do.
Or she can come on when we come down there.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to make that trip.
Even better. That can't be true. You must be, we were sober. I'm telling you, as a judge, that's a fact.
Yeah, big shout out to the Troy Trojans making the NCAA baseball tournament.
How about that?
Wait, Trojans. Auburn's in as well.
That's right.
Bama didn't make it.
What they doing in T-Town?
Not that.
That's a fact. Yeah, we even called Carol or Jessica, all freaked out.
Yeah, it really shook you up, didn't it?
Well, I mean, it was crazy. Let me tell you, man, if you had seen what we saw,
and you're convinced you saw it,
I know what we saw. I mean, it wasn't one of these things where, okay, two people in mass hysteria hit. We saw it. Those two guys saw it. They were either there investigating it or they were there operating it, one of the two. It was either something to do with the military.
What do you think it was?
I don't know. I've never seen anything move this fast. Never.
JoJo Luttrell?
Not even JoJo. I mean, this thing picked up off the water, man, and sit out there and hovered, literally, for about 30 seconds. And then all of a sudden, bam, it's gone. I'm talking about like straight up gone.
You might want to quit talking about it. You could disappear.
Maybe.
If you know too much.
Yeah. Like all
How many years ago was this?
Maybe, I think it was before, maybe, I don't know if Kinsley was born yet or not, 6, 7, 8 years ago. But I mean, I can tell you one thing, you don't have to worry about, if I ever see anything like that again, I'm not even stopping.
Jesse James says y'all watched it for 10 minutes before it took off.
Okay, maybe we did pull over, it was 10 minutes. I'm going to tell you, it freaked me out so bad.
You saw this?
Yeah, we saw it. That's
this
a fact.
happened.
It's happened. That happened. It was either military. I mean, there's a lot of military stuff that goes on down there. Sure. So it was either military or something else. And there was two guys in a truck, and like a F-250, 350 type truck, crew cab, with a gun in the middle, like racked up in the middle of them. I mean, they were out there.
It wasn't somebody parasailing.
No. Wasn't anything like that. Wasn't anything like that at all. It was, that area is known for UFO sightings anyway, and I'm sure a lot of it is military. When they started flying those stealth fighters and bombers and all that stuff, a lot of that stuff was, is what it is anyway. I mean, they people down there all thought that was all, UFOs and all this kind of stuff as well. So, but we saw that. I mean,
so you believe in the.
I don't know if I'm not saying I don't believe or disbelieve. I'm just telling you that the only thing I can tell you for sure, I saw that. Okay. I don't say I believe or disbelieve for one reason, because I will believe I will get up and move out of a house if I ever have something like that happen to me inside my house. I can tell you that.
Do you still travel that same corridor, I guess?
Oh, yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Never seen it again.
Never. Now, I mean, we see a bunch of lights up and stuff, but you know what that, I mean, that's the planes and all this kind of stuff. Listen, it wouldn't have been that big of a deal had it not took off as fast as it did. After hovering up and then.
Like it went away from you?
Yes. But straight up, not more, but like a 45-degree angle.
Going home.
I don't know where it was going. You know, I have no idea.
Well, we're getting all kind of reports in here now.
Look at that. Yeah. Dwayne King. Luke McDaniel dead. We've talked about that a few times on this show.
We're going to have a guy in here tomorrow.
Yep.
That has seen something.
Luke was all over the news for that, man. All over the news. That was back in the day. I'm come to find out it was just a herd of cows he saw down there, over there behind, there's a road over there in East Bruton. When you go down, you turn up past the, what is that? Cedar Hill Methodist Church off of 29.
Yeah.
You turn up on that and turn left and go up. And when you go, the road dead ends, you got to take a right there. There's a dirt road. Of course, a hunting camp. Now you can't get down in there. But, how about Jessica Smith said they seen one at Why Not Hunting Camp one night many moons ago. There's probably been a lot of UFOs seen at Why Not Hunting Camp, and probably a lot of alcohol involved, I would think.
Well, I think there's a story of Earl Miller and Greer Horton and some of those guys back in the day having an encounter with a Martian. They're what we called the trails. They're around Terre Middle High School.
That would be the green monkey store. Yeah. Oh, good gracious. Let's see what this guy's got to say right here. Good morning, T-Bone.
I believe you, Ken.
Oh,
I believe you.
I promise you that. I mean, you ain't got to believe me. Jessica was with me, so you can.
Well, no, I believe you because Hanky and I saw the same thing in 1989. We were leaving the high school. We had a game that day, though. We didn't have a pregame meal, and we were actually going down by in front of Miss Douglas's house, and it was over there kind of by the woods. And I mean, it did the exact same thing that you're talking about. We got his mom. We picked this out so bad. We were going to his house, and we got there. We got his mom to call the airport and report it and all that kind of stuff. But no, I believe you. But speaking of all that stuff, and speaking of Bigfoot and all, wouldn't it be awesome if you had some night cameras and I could take DJ out in the woods at night and hunt for Bigfoot?
Well, I've got some night cameras.
Do you think he would go?
I don't know. I can tell you who wouldn't go, and that would be me.
I can promise you I'm not going. But that was an outstanding performance you gave again this weekend down in the aquarium.
Was you about to say the octagon?
Yeah. That was, I tell you, you continue to deliver, man. The thousands and
when
thousands
you bring it,
of people.
you bring it.
How many sort of things do you eat?
That's the first time I'd ever been to SeaWorld, and I watched on Netflix. You go and you watch that I think it's called Blackfish or something. It doesn't paint it in very flattering light. So on the way down to Pompano Beach, I have Molly and Mitchell with me because Tony and them were on the cruise, and so we put it on Netflix and watched on the way back, and they were kind of freaking out a little bit about how the whales were killing people.
Well, they're just not going to do it, man.
No.
On the south side of town, I'm going to tell you something. On the south side of town, they just don't wear brassieres.
No,
they're just not going to do it.
They're not going to do it.
They're just not going to do it.
They're not going to. Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you something. Blackfish is a little unnerving if you watch that and think about some of that stuff, how that's happened. It is kind of unnerving, T-Bone. I agree with you.
Yeah, no, it is. And that the live video they had I had several little excerpts there but the one of the guy that whale kept taking down to the bottom and then letting him go, and then they would grab him and take him back down. That dude was, you could tell he thought he was about to die.
Well, man, listen, and that guy worked with that whale daily, according to that documentary, for how many years? I mean,
oh yeah, a long time.
A long time.
Long time.
You know,
But
think about it. Those we just look like toys to those things. I mean, they're so huge.
Well, Coach Roch worked with this well for 5 years. And, he would get him to roll over, and he'd scratch his belly.
Winning.
Throw him some fish. And it's amazing what you can get him to do.
Where's the sympathy and compassion?
Big dummy.
But even though it was disturbing, I recommend you watch it, because here's one of the things that you hear about, but you really kind of get a sense of how emotionally attached those animals are to their pods and to their families, and it's really kind of eerie, really, if you think about it, how big those things are and the power they have, and they're talking about how emotional those things could be. And there's no way that I'd want to work with one of them after that.
No,
you never know what they've been through.
No, and now after that, since that documentary came out, they've come out. They can't catch any more from the wild like that ever and bring them into any of those parks ever again.
Well, and I was curious to see, because, again, it was my first time being there. And it was a cool show, don't get me wrong. And they did announce that a couple of the smaller ones were born in captivity. But I'd watched Blackfish before we went down, maybe about a year before we went down, but it kind of stuck in my mind. And I was curious to see if any of the trainers would get in the water. And not one of them got in the water with those whales.
Well, no, I don't think they can anymore. I think SeaWorld, I think SeaWorld banned them, or the maybe not SeaWorld. I think the federal government did. Yeah, the federal government banned them from getting in the water with them. I don't even think
OSHA sued SeaWorld.
Well, they should have.
And I'm not calling here to bash SeaWorld, because I actually enjoyed it. I went to Disney World and everywhere else, and I enjoyed the park better than I did Disney World, to be honest with you.
Listen, I love SeaWorld. I love SeaWorld too, and I'm with you. I agree with that. I mean, I guess what I'm saying is, it's just like anything else. Let's all be honest. If you're in the circus and you work with lions or tigers, at some point there's probably going to be an incident. Okay. I mean, it's like if you work with snakes long enough, venomous snakes or any type of snake, at some point there's going to be an incident. I mean, if you work with DJ long enough, at some point he's going to get up and he's going to leave the studio, and there's going to be an incident. Right. I mean, listen, you're a safety guy on in the construction sites. I mean, think about it. Anywhere there can be that kind of stuff, but I guess that like you said, that documentary kind of pulled at people's heartstrings when talking about the emotional attachment that those animals have with each other, and to just get yanked up like that. I mean, that was tough to watch.
It really was, and some of the things they were talking about, it was tough. But you got to realize it was a CNN documentary, and I think CNN affiliated with ABC, and ABC is affiliated with Disney, and so Disney and SeaWorld are competitors, and so it goes back to my whole theory of there's a handful of things running the world, and the financial part of it. But anyway, we won't get into all that. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't realize that was a CNN documentary.
But hey, if that's true, then there was some type of political slant to it. I mean,
well, everything is nowadays.
Well, sure. I'm not knocking CNN. I'm just saying that's a fact.
Not y'all show, because y'all show goes from talking about graduation, what DJ eats at graduation, to
Ghost,
to Bigfoot, to Ghost, to whales in captivity. So you name me another show on the air right now that does that.
Yeah, I don't believe there is one.
There's not.
I mean, if it is, I mean, I just
Thank you, Naomi.
Yeah, I just don't believe it.
Yeah. Well, line up that Bigfoot. I want to do a big. I've been talking to y'all for a while about doing some sort of documentary, and we've bounced some ideas around, and so I really do. Y'all get the deets from Dan tomorrow about where he saw that baby Bigfoot, because I want me and DJ. What kind of goal would that be to have me and DJ in the woods and it
would be fiction, because it wouldn't be true. Because I'm not going.
It would be gold, but I'm just, my thing is, I don't think he ever claimed to see Bigfoot, did he? He claimed to see a monkey.
Well, that's probably baby Bigfoot.
Yeah.
I'm making that leap. I'm gonna go ahead and make that leap and see baby Bigfoot.
Okay. So you're jumping in head first, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And I can't wait to hear Dan tomorrow.
I'm good with that.
For everybody that's watching and listening, get everybody that you know to listen tomorrow, because that'll be a interesting story about an actual Bigfoot sighting.
Tomorrow is going to be a like and share day. I can tell you.
Yes.
Dan Thomas in tomorrow. I agree with you. It's going to be a like and share day because it's going to be amazing.
Yes.
All right, guys. I got toenails to clip. I'll see y'all later.
See you later. I mean, are you going to start hunting Bigfoot?
I'm not.
Yeah, well,
I'm going to leave him alone. He's left me alone for 48 years. I'm going to leave him alone.
Oh, man. There would definitely be a 109 run that night. Well, I can tell you this. If it's left up T-Bone to run, Bigfoot's got him. I mean, DJ's going to be gone, and Tony's going to be left there to fend for himself.
Well, I tell you, when he falls down again, he could just play dead and made a step over him. So I don't know.
Oh.
I had no idea he could bounce so high.
What do they call that? A buoyancy?
He's just bouncing down the trails.
He thought that was a good idea, too, didn't he? Man, that man was bleeding like a daggone. Man.
Don't you worry, Miss Gail.
Good morning, Lisa Weaver.
Oh.
Man, that was crazy. Yeah. I'd like to see y'all tie up with the Bigfoot.
Unless it happens in my den.
It ain't happening.
You won't see it. Yeah.
Well, you know, they say Connecticut County is the Bigfoot capital of something. Alabama? The world, maybe? I don't know. They claim there's a bunch of them up there.
Well, we're going to have a foremost expert in here tomorrow morning.
Yes, we are. The Wheeze. He does have, his toenails grow quickly. They do. If you ever seen him, he's like John Eubanks from that story where John walked up there to that tree and he was going to climb it. You know the story I'm talking about, DJ?
I don't know that I do.
Yeah. Jerry Clower told this story about they'd go coon hunting, raccoon hunting. And they would, John Eubanks didn't believe in carrying a gun and shooting the coon out of the tree once the dogs had treed the coon. He believed in climbing the tree.
Oh, no.
And how he did it was he walked up there with his toenails and he dug his toenails in the side of that tree and went up that tree to that first limb. And that's how he went up there. Yeah. And he took a stick with him and would jab the coon and knock the coon out of the tree. He believed in giving that coon a sporting chance. He said, now listen, that coon might fall out of that tree in the middle and amongst 20 dogs. But at least that coon had the option of whooping all them dogs and walking off.
Out.
Yeah. Burnham could probably climb that tree with those toenails. Hey, JP. Scroll down. Okay, well, I'm scrolling. I guess I missed it. I'm scrolling. I don't see it. So, oh, your mom. I thought you said my mom. Oh, let me tell you what we did to Carol at SeaWorld. Now, Carol she don't like roller coasters. She don't like anything to do with a roller coaster.
Me either.
Period. Okay. And at SeaWorld, they got this ride called Atlantis, and it's like a log ride. You know, where you get on this thing, go around some water, go up this little hill, come down a hill, you know, whatever. Well, we, Jessica and I rode it and realized that in either the middle of it, somewhere in it, it turns into a roller coaster. And then you go back up and go up this hill and come down this hill. So we talk her mom, who no matter where she goes, her makeup, hair, everything else, she's ready. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying that's what she does. So she we get her on this ride. So we taking her around. You know, it's like a log ride. You know, just easing around. Everything's. We told her it was like the Haunted Mansion at Six Flags.
Yeah,
where you just go through there. You know,
I like where it's going.
Yeah. So we get her on this thing, and we go up that thing. We go up that hill, and that thing turns into a roller coaster. And the pictures that thing's taken of, you know, number one, she's not real happy at this point in time. And then when that thing goes up that hill and comes down that huge hill down into that water, yeah, well, she got soaked. And Jess and I had to spend about 6 hours walking around the park away from her.
I bet.
Because she was, Miss Carol was not happy.
Not happy.
I probably shouldn't even brought that up. We might not get any food here out of her for a while.
Remember, I didn't say that, Miss Carol.
Yeah.
And I didn't do that either.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you, I love roller coasters. And I love anything to do with one. And I'll ride any of them. I mean, now I can't ride a merry-go-round. You put me on a merry-go-round, I'll be sick as a dog by the third turn.
Really?
Yes. Sick. Anything goes round and round like that, I'll get sick as a dog. But now you get me on a roller coaster, I ride it 30 times in a row.
No, sir.
I mean, I cannot ride a merry-go-round. Looks like the sun's creeping out.
Well, sandbags are still out at Willie's.
Well, you heard what Connie said. I mean, we will rebuild.
Alberto did a number.
Let's see what
No matter what car you're purchasing, an auto loan from our bank has all the options you need. Call today. Member FDIC.
Call them.
Today's date is Tuesday, May 29th. Trustmark Bank time, 8:19. The current temperature, 74. Thank you for calling.
Well, there you have it.
Well, what about the forecast?
Didn't get it.
It didn't say anything about what was going on. I mean,
Jim Cantori was in Navarra at one point over the weekend.
I saw Clobber and Rob posted that. Then they said he moved on.
Went to Panama City, I think.
Yeah, but I don't think.
No, actually, went the other way, I think.
I think after Katrina, I don't think he gets necessarily as close to the action as he used to.
They're sending the interns.
I'm serious. I mean, if you read anything about that, I think he decided that after Katrina, he'd had enough of getting in there and getting all that close.
Good morning, Ray.
That's my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
Oh Lord!
Opening the gates at Gant.
Here come the
That must be what that's what all these people walking by here this morning for. That's what these bags are they got in their hand. Bread,
releasing the water,
milk, water. Backyard was 0.02 inches. Cantori is still in Panama City Beach. Well, see, there wasn't nothing going on down there.
He's down there getting a suntan.
Lisa said she was in Destin trying to get back to Bruton Sunday night. Was it bad weather down there, Lisa? My brother's down there right now, and he said it was just raining off and on down there. He texted me, I guess it was yesterday. Rebecca wants you to say Navarre again.
How do you say it?
Navarre? I thought that's how you said it.
Navarra?
Navarra. Oh, okay.
Am I putting a little too much roll on the end, I guess?
Shelly Riley clocked into work. Hey, you have a great Tuesday as well. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m.-ish. Wasn't that bad, really? Yeah, I know. My brother said it wasn't that bad. Down there, he's in Destin. He said it never really got bad there at all either. I mean, it'd have been, honestly, it was overcast some, but it wouldn't have been a bad weekend to been at the beach.
No. You'd have had it yourself, I believe.
Oh, man, yeah.
Restaurants could have
that's what I'm saying. You could have got in and out. I mean, traffic wouldn't have been terrible. I mean, it wouldn't have been a bad thing at all. I just hate that, oh, well. There'd be plenty of other times to do that. Everyone was in a panic. So, well, okay. I mean, I guess at the mention of a storm, people, flood Walmart and they buy out everything they can and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, was this a tropical storm or a tropical depression? Because it was really nothing.
It was several things. It was classified as several different things. And I think they've gotten to the point where they're starting to invent terms. I heard at one time called, it is now a subtropical depression.
All right, let me just say this. Like, these people, do they just get paid to scare people to death now? Is that what this is about? Or are people so overly cautious? Or is it, do you think that it's like shock radio, basically?
I think to a degree, it does get sensationalized a bit. I like having good information. You should certainly take bad weather seriously. I mean, plan for it, have plans in place, preparations, whatever. But yeah, I think they feed on it a little bit.
I mean, that's ridiculous, though, if you think about it. Wow. Hey, City just Hazel. About that.
Subtropical storm. Okay, that's what it was. Subtropical storm. They will have subtropical depression before the season's over.
I mean, that's crazy. They want to make, ever since Katrina, Ivan and Katrina.
Now, Ivan was it
was a real deal. Katrina was a real deal, but it's not around here.
Right.
But I'm saying, ever since those two storms, they take every storm, big, small, whatever, and they sensationalize the heck out of it to the point to where it has people scared to death, and people have to, they run out and spend all this money buying up all this and all that, and then nothing happens.
I think I saw some pictures this weekend from the grocery stores here to where the bread had been picked clean. I mean, I think the effect was felt here is what I'm trying to say.
Let me ask you this question. Why is it that bread is one of the first things that people buy?
I don't know. That's a good question.
You always hear bread. I understand water.
I go for the frozen pizza, personally. I mean, I'm going to get me about 10 of those, and I'm going to be fine.
I mean, I'm going to tell you in the immortal words, and she's dead and gone, fine woman, Miss Flo Howard.
Yes.
Gord Howard's mother. Okay. Ivan had come through. It'd been about 3 days into it. No power. Stopped by up there at her house. Listen, we're going to Greenville to the Walmart to get some stuff. Can we get you anything? She said, yes, you can. She said, I need a couple boxes of Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies and a carton of some brand of cigarettes. I said, that's all you need. That's all I need. She didn't need water. She didn't need bread.
Needed the essentials.
She didn't need smoke. She needed the necessities.
Yeah, I got to have them.
Okay.
Smoke them if you got them.
Gord always said, and just like that morning, she came out, that hair was done, that makeup was done. Gord said, look here. He said, her underwear might be on backwards, but that hair, that makeup is going to be done. And that's a fact now. That is a fact. Well, that's ridiculous. Showing pictures with no bread on the shelves at Walmart. That's ridiculous. I mean, why? It's a subtropical. Listen, man, we've had more rain with a thunderstorm and lightning and wind than we ever had with this that come through here over last night. I mean, you tell me.
Not much in my house.
Any leaves in your yard?
No,
any
sir.
trees blown down? Any trees across the road? I mean, that's just crazy. That you're going, let's all go, sensationalize and take a bunch of pictures and put this out there that, there's a run at Walmart. I mean, now don't get me wrong. Hey, if they say there's a Category 3 storm in the Gulf and it's, going to hit Pensacola, Panama City, Orange Beach, anywhere in our neck of the woods, hey, I get it. Okay. I'm with you. But we're talking about a subtropical storm?
I think that's what I heard. That's the first time.
That means it's substandard, in my opinion, which means basically it's nothing.
It's probably been around for years. I feel like that's the first time I've ever heard that categorized like that.
I mean, that's crazy.
Subtropical storm.
Yeah. I guess they got to have a job. And so that's what they come up with to keep people like watching. Their business is scaring people to death. So that's what they do. I mean,
did Walmart sell out of jelly beans?
Yeah. Right. Did they sell out of Reese cups. You know what I mean? Did they sell out a ham and no burger?
Speaking of Reese cups, I'm glad you brought that up. This was brought to my attention this weekend. I had no idea this existed. I obviously have a sweet tooth. Obviously. I like candy. I like cakes. Sometimes I like them together. Two of my favorite candies are Kit Kat and Reese cups. And I was told this weekend that they make a white chocolate version of each. Were you aware of that?
I was not.
There's just something wrong with that.
It is something wrong. Can we pause for just a minute for a station identification?
Sure we can. I'd love to.
WBOSS Bossman Radio.
Thank you. We needed to make sure that for legal issues, okay. Not really.
Yeah, about 10 seconds for station identification.
We're a radio show. Well, we actually are on the radio right now.
Yeah.
So but still.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Lisa just confirmed it. They sell them. I just, I don't know that to me, that's just the perfect candy. Each in its own right. I don't know why you would
mess it up.
Yeah.
I said that about Coke and Pepsi way back when they changed Coke to that new Coke.
Yeah.
And they changed Pepsi to that, what was it they tried to do when Coke changed theirs up and they changed theirs? They called it Pepsi something or another. Then they made the clear Pepsi. Oh, gosh. And listen, why mess with things that aren't broke? You know, why do you want to change a Reese cup? There's nothing wrong. There's nothing broke about it.
There's nothing wrong with the Reese cup.
That'd be like changing M&Ms. Why would you want to change that? I mean, that would be like changing.
I need to get out more because I didn't know such thing existed. We're talking about Bigfoot. I mean, white chocolate Reese cup. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, white chocolate is amazing. Yeah, well, it may be amazing, but I don't. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
call it something else.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't understand why they want to take and, mess with something that doesn't need messing with. And I guess maybe it's a gimmick. They're trying to get some people maybe to buy their product again and that kind of thing. So I know there's 50 kinds of M&Ms, but they're still all the same premise. It's a hard shell with some sort of chocolate in it or peanut or something. Okay. It's the same premise. Clear Pepsi is not Pepsi.
I like that, Brandy Gill Jackson. Reese Cup-ish. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, well, just leave it alone. But I mean, getting back to what we were talking about, I swear we got into the wrong line of work.
I take it that Sarge U has a taste for lime.
Lime Starkiss, lime Skittles. I'm not a big lime fan, but hey, we can start up a movement and try to get it brought back.
I don't mind it in the bottom of a Corona.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was going to say, that's the best place for a lime, isn't it? Or in the top?
It's the only appropriate place.
Or a Red Stripe? But anyway, I just don't get it. I don't get why, I understand that they have a job to do and they want to keep people informed. And like you said, good information is putting good information out there. And I'm glad they do. We need good information. But is good information showing pictures of people making a run on Walmart and, shelves being emptied and all that? Is that good information, or is that just like sensationalizing something that doesn't need to be sensationalized?
I think it's moving towards the side of sensationalized. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do that, become a wrestler announcer. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. I mean, if you want to sensationalize something, do that. Or
maybe become a promoter of a fictitious race.
Yeah. Do something don't scare people slam to death. I don't think that fictitious race scared anybody to death except for T-Bone.
It scared
when he got rolled when he got rolled up that night.
That scared me. When I turned all
it actually scared me because I ain't gonna lie, I thought he had really messed his leg up.
But when I turned all the way around to look at him, I heard him before I saw him, obviously, because I was so far out in front. But when I turned around and watched him bounce down the road, that was disturbing.
It was. God, it really was.
I didn't know Bumbles could bounce.
They did. No, I didn't. DJ, did you try the blueberry Krispy Kreme?
I did not.
Yeah.
But I'm not opposed to it.
I like Rob's forecast too. Hey, it's going to rain or it's not going to rain.
And that's a 50-50 chance.
But I was going to say, they wrong about that most of the time. You know? We couldn't even get a weather forecast from Trustmark just then.
As soon as we say it, it'll start hailing.
As soon as we get off the air, you need to call Andrew Clark and say, Andrew,
what's going on?
What is going on down there?
4391.
Yeah. And number 2, you need to ask him where we need to send the bill to for us promoting that 4391 for everybody. 251-867-4391.
Booker, were they good?
That's your friend. You missed out. She said it must have been good.
She had a dozen, it sounds like.
Yeah. Yeah. 4391. We couldn't even get a doggone weather forecast from that.
Think there's any chance Stokes got up and went to class today? That 8 o'clock hour is tough on him. It was Friday.
I was going to say, you hadn't got up and run out of here.
Well, I'm going to swing by. I'm going on the way